This week on Cartridge Quest, I spent $1,300 on the single largest video game haul I've ever made. I pack my cart with awesome finds at the thrift store, and I add a Nintendo GRAIL to my personal collection. If you're new here, I'm collecting the top 100 N64 games of all time without spending any money out of pocket. I can use up to 10% of the profits I make flipping items on eBay to buy new games for the collection. Last week, I picked up 3 rare N64 games, but unfortunately, my game fund is sitting at just $25. Let's get to work. Good afternoon. So today is Saturday. I actually only have one quick thing to pack up. It was from our own personal collection. It is this Pokemon trading card game starter set, like box. We just kind of had it laying around and figured we'd list it. And I'll put a couple dollars in my pocket. So we're going to go ahead and get this packed up right now. We visited some new thrift stores today, starting with red, white, and blue. I started at the electronics counter and got very excited to see a ton of video game stuff. The Super Nintendo is marked at $175, and the N64 is marked at $150. They did have a little stack of games on the shelf, and I was shocked to see this one marked at $35, which is probably why most people skipped over it already, but this one's actually worth quite a bit, so even with that price tag, it's worth picking up. They also had some boxed Super Nintendo games, which I've never seen at a thrift store before, but nothing worth grabbing, unfortunately. I made my way over to the toys, and I found this Gizmo toy from Gremlins. It's by NECA. He's only $4, and it's actually in great condition. I also found this Hitachi massager for only a couple dollars. It works, and they sell fast on eBay for around $30 to $45, depending on the condition. And as usual, I found another VCR DVD combo today, and this part made it really interesting. It actually says HDMI on it, which I've never seen on a VCR before. Comps were a bit all over the place, but the average is right around $120, even without the remote. And this turns on and most likely works, so I'm adding this to the cart. And there's a Goodwill right down the road, so we're stopping in there too. And almost immediately, I noticed this boxed Playmobil set sitting on the shelf near the checkout. It's a bit high at $15, but there are sold comps without the box for around $25 to $30. Which has me thinking with the box, I should be able to get around $40 to $45 conservatively. But that was just the beginning, because when I went to the actual toy aisle, there were even more boxes of Playmobil. Looks like someone might have donated their entire collection. They had the carousel set for only $10. We grabbed the Ferris wheel, the zoo, and this pool set. Even missing pieces. Again, just because they have the boxes, I'm thinking this is at least a double. Maybe if we're lucky and they're all complete, a quadruple up on our money. This Goodwill was packed with toys. We also found this Magnadoodle in the box from 1990. Surprisingly holds good value, and again, just because it has the box, I think it's worth grabbing for only $5. And in this bag of random toys, credit to my wife, she found what looked like a Tamagotchi. It's actually called a Nano Baby, and it sells super fast for around $60 to $80. Hopefully it works. And we also found this complete set of Hooked on Phonics. Surprisingly, they sell for around $120 to $150. Apparently, it's very popular with homeschoolers. Who knew? And for only $4 each, this is an easy pickup. Well, the car is going to be a little tight today. And later in the week, I made a run over to the Salvation Army. While I was there, I found this World Baseball Classic hat from 2006. There are a ton on eBay from 2023, but none of this particular one, and it's sold for $40. I also noticed they had this Veridesk for only $25. So it's an adjustable standing desk, and it's a brand I actually used back in my office days. They're very expensive new, and this one worked great. My wife works from home, so this is going to be a great and cheap addition to her home office setup. And I almost walked right past these, but sitting against the wall was this pile of about 10 to 12, I don't remember exactly how many, Bauer ice hockey sticks, brand new in the packaging. Now they want $40 each, so they're not cheap. But even pre-owned sticks from this brand are going for around $60 to $80, and new ones going for around $100. Now it's a bit out of season picking this up right now, but if I get them listed over the summer, heading into the start of the season, I'll be surprised if I can't easily double my money on these. Good afternoon. Just got back from that Salvation Army run. Bunch of hockey sticks. You never know what you're going to find. So I've got 5 things in total to pack today. Starting with, I picked these up a couple weeks back. I went to an online estate sale, and the person was a Howdy Doody collector. So it's this kids show from the 1950s. It was the inspiration for Woody from Toy Story, actually. They get into that in Toy Story 2 a little bit. We've been slowly listening to stuff. So that's definitely been the bottleneck for me at the moment. You know, I only have so much time in the day. So priority one, obviously, is packing the boxes, stuff people actually bought. I really like working on the YouTube videos, so I try to prioritize that. And then honestly, listing new stuff kind of gets squeezed in where I can. So I'm not listing as much as I would like to, only a couple items a day, if that. You know, I'm a stay-at-home parent, so I kind of have to figure out where to squeeze this stuff in. You know, my son is almost 3. Once September rolls around, he's going to be in a pre-K program, and I'm going to have a huge pile of stuff in my basement, and I'm gonna start listing like crazy. But we did list that Howdy Doody cookie jar, and it sold for $65 plus shipping. That entire bundle of stuff that I showed you, if you want to check out that video and see all the weird stuff that I picked up, we spent $200 on everything, and I'm thinking it's around, you know, $600 to $700 worth in value once we get it all listed and sold. Next up, I picked up this amiibo, this Princess Zelda amiibo. Unfortunately, I'm gonna probably break even on this thing. It was only $8, and they go for like 15 usually. But once I peeled the sticker off of it, the thrift store put the sticker like on the cardboard and then wrote the price on top of the sticker while it was on the cardboard. And I didn't notice when I bought it. So there's a big like 99 scratched into the cardboard. So it looked terrible, honestly. You know, someone's going to get a good deal on it. So it was cheaper than, you know, most other amiibo listed. So they paid $12 plus shipping. I sold this vintage board game from 1970 called Masterpiece, the art auction game. Picked this up on camera a few weeks ago, and it was almost complete. So it was like 99% complete. It's missing a couple little pieces that thankfully don't impact your ability to actually play the game. I paid $3 for it, sold it for $40 with free shipping, so that was great. I've had this listed for a while. I sold a Mortal Kombat Deception strategy guide. It was just cool. It was $4. I knew it wasn't going to resell for that much money, but I had a hard time leaving it behind. I sold that for $10 plus shipping. And finally, my most exciting sale. If you've been watching my videos, you'll have heard me say a couple times that I'm not really a clothing guy. My knowledge when it comes to definitely not women's clothing, I know nothing about that, but men's clothing, I've been trying to make a concerted effort recently to learn a little bit more about men's clothing, what does well, looking at more items. So it was a section in the thrift store I usually just skip over. And again, I'm limited on time. So, you know, I gravitate towards the things I know, the things I like. But, you know, I've been doing this same route like pretty consistently for like a year. So I have an idea of, you know, the things that I'm looking for. And obviously, you know, I'll look things up if I think they're interesting or whatever. But with clothing, I would just skip it over entirely. So now I'm trying to at least run through like one rack every time I go, looking at like the material, looking at like the tags that look interesting, and just looking stuff up. And I've actually been finding stuff, you know? So I think that really is just me saying I'm not a clothing guy. You know, it's true. I mean, I don't know that much about it, but that's really the crux of it is it's my knowledge. You know, I just had kind of bad luck early on because I just wasn't buying the right stuff. And that's on me, of course. Last weekend, I went to this, it's like a women's club sale. So they got a bunch of donations and then they sell it and use the proceeds to support their organization, which is great. And they had a bunch of nice stuff there. And I did really well. You know, I'm realizing like, okay, it might just be that I'm not giving it enough of an opportunity and not really trying hard enough to actually make that happen. So we sold the first item. No, excuse me. I sold a pair of shorts last week. So I paid $60 for everything from that one sale. Last week, I sold a pair of shorts that I paid $2 for $40. Today, I sold a shirt I paid $5 for $70 with free shipping. It was this Disney Results button-down t-shirt. The material's like really thin, felt really nice, and it was new with tags, looked it up. Great sell-through, holds good value, so I picked that up. So again, I'm just expanding what I'm looking for, and I'm giving myself more opportunities to find things. But I'm very excited because I've made a couple of big sales from that haul the other week already, which is awesome. So I'm feeling motivated to continue to look into clothing. That's a long way of me saying that. So let's go grab all this stuff and get it packed up right now. So I've got a couple things I gotta pack up today. When I'm done, I'm gonna show you everything that's laid out in my kitchen right now. Last night, I paid $1,300 for the largest bundle of video games I've ever bought in my entire life. It's absolutely insane, so stick around for that. But first, we're gonna get these couple of boxes packed up. So up first on the list today, we've got, it's Anti-Monopoly. We picked this up as part of a bundle of some other board games. I think we're in this one for like $1. And we sold this for $20 free shipping. So I picked up this Littlest Pet Shop Monopoly. We listed it for $70 plus shipping. We took an offer for $60 plus shipping. Sold like 2 days after we listed it. And the last item on the list is this Xbox 360 fan attachment. So we don't have any money into this. It came as part of a thrift store bundle. Like when we buy consoles, sometimes there's like random things thrown in there, and we'll part them out and sell them if they're worth money, or just chuck them, honestly. Yeah, this fan attachment we sold for $13 and free shipping. So those are the 3 items we sold today. Let's get these packed up. All right, so I just got done packing up those boxes, and now I'm going to show you everything I purchased last night. So if you saw my video I posted about 2 months ago from this one person, I think they work at like a recycling center or something along those lines, house cleanouts or something. They just, like, whenever they find valuable stuff, they just kind of stash it aside. So I met him through a garage sale, bought a couple things from him, found out, yeah, I've got a bunch more video game stuff, made a big purchase from him a couple months ago. And when that was done, he said, hey, you were nice to work with. I've got more consoles that I want to sell. When I'm ready, I'll let you know. And it had been about 2 months, so I checked in. Hey, how's it going? You still interested in selling some of those consoles? Yeah, sure. Come by this week. So it's kind of last minute. And I'm in somebody's house, so I'm obviously not going to film that. Was there for like an hour and a half last night. I paid $1,300. So it was the most amount of money I've ever paid for a single transaction. I've got controllers, cables, some random stuff, and then I have a nice little pile of things that I decided I'm keeping for myself. And I have one item that made this like absolutely insane that I will show you at the end. It is definitely a holy grail. So let's get into it. So first, I guess I'll show you everything that I'm going to end up keeping from this. Surprisingly, it's kind of a small pile. And then I'll save that holy grail item for the very, very end, of course. Keep you on the edge of your seat. So first up, you've got this Game Boy Color. So long term, this is going to be something I'm collecting. So I have the Atomic Purple. I have the Kiwi. But that is another one for my collection. It's really in great shape. We got the Fat Chunky DS. So this was the last specific variant handheld that I'm missing. So this was the first DS I had when I was a kid with Super Mario 64. So we're going to keep this for the collection as well. This is an empty case, but I had a loose cartridge, so I'll toss that in there. And then Pokemon Alpha Sapphire complete as well. I grabbed these 2 Rabbids games. My kids are like super into the show right now. I figured they could have some fun with these. Never played them myself, but that's a keep. I got this stack of Switch stuff, Crash Bandicoot. This is a banger. So again, we're keeping this. I do not yet have this one, and it's sealed, so I don't know. I might keep that sealed. I'm not sure yet. Binding of Isaac. These games are all new to me. Pokken Tournament and Mega Man X Legacy Collection. Actually, we got a couple more things. We got Alone in the Dark. So my wife is a huge horror fan, and I thought this would be an interesting one to keep and hang on to. Probably needs the battery replaced. He had Chippendale Rescue Rangers for the NES. Do not yet have this one, so that's going into my collection. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. So it's another one for GameCube I don't have yet, and we're going to toss that into the collection. So that's everything that I'm keeping. Now let me show you everything that I'm selling. It's a huge, massive pile of stuff. This is going to keep me busy for a few months. So I'm not going to show you every single item because it's a lot of stuff. So let's dive in here. Got a Genesis. Again, I have cables for most of these. Like, I can complete these systems. And there are, I'm not going to show you everything in them, but there's one box filled with cables and controllers, another box filled with controllers, and 2 more bins. Oh, and I'm keeping the Switch side. I forgot to show you this. That's pretty cool. So there's another bin of cables. Again, I don't even know what's in here. I didn't even ask. And cables and controllers. We've got a special edition, like Star Wars edition, PlayStation 4. We've got 2 PS3s. So we got a PS3 Slim and a fat PS3. It's actually the backwards compatible model. It's missing that little flap there. But as you can see, it is the 4 USB port model. So that's a nice one. Again, these are all untested, so it won't surprise me if a bunch of these don't work. And that's totally okay because we got it for the right price. Again, he's like literally like trash picking these. So it's totally possible that a bunch of this stuff just straight up doesn't work. You know, in my experience, it's maybe about a quarter-ish of consoles that I pick up used, especially like flea market consoles, don't work. So we'll see. But again, a lot of this stuff is untested. I have not tested it yet, so I don't know for sure. Next, I'm just going to show you consoles first. So we've got an NES top loader. This one's kind of cool. Yeah, it just needs a good cleaning. I'd be surprised if this one doesn't work. It's got another PS3, the Super Slim with that like tray. We've got a PS4 Slim, very dusty. So we got some work to do on it. This is kind of interesting, just like in the box, this PS3 remote control. We've got two Wii's, a red one and a black one. Got two Super Nintendos, one very yellow and one not so yellow, but it's got some like scuffs and things on it. So it'll just need a cleaning. I'm assuming most of that will come off with like a magic eraser and some scrubbing. So that's not too bad. Three N64s. Actually, let's see if they've got expansion packs. Jumper pack, because the expansion pack goes for some money on its own. Hey, there you go. Expansion pack and that one. Last one. Jumper pack. Okay. But at least there's one in everything, so that's good. Makes it a little easier to sell. Yeah, I mean, there's like, okay, a Switch, and it works. A Dreamcast. This will probably need some work. These usually have some issues. And we've got one. We'll get them all out. One, two. Oh yeah, you think you saw everything, but you didn't, because there's all kinds of stuff in these boxes over here. All right, we just dug them all out. So we've got four, count them, four Nintendo GameCubes. What's on that one? Oh, is that a Game Boy player? Nice. All right, so we've got a Game Boy player, and we've got the disc. We've got one, two, three PS2 Slims. These tend to have problems with the ribbon cable, and I actually have not checked these yet. So let's see together. Let's find out. Oh, hey, okay. I think this is a good one, actually. Let's see. Let's take a look at this ribbon cable. Slide that back and forth. That one's close. I think that one's okay. Is there anything inside this one? Oh, hey, another game. Now I gotta open the GameCubes now. I'm on the edge of my seat. Okay. Oh, that one is good. Yeah, you see how low that one is? That one's good. Let's check the last one. That one looks okay, too. So it's just that first one was really high. We've got the Pikachu N64. Again, this is another one that I really was kind of on the fence about keeping, but I don't think this adds anything to my collection personally. The special edition consoles don't really do that much for me. I really just ultimately want to play the games. We're going to definitely sell this. Unfortunately, it is missing that little cover, but not a huge deal. And the last, we got a couple handhelds, so I lied. We've got the controller. Here's the controller. So we've got that special Pokemon controller. We've got three Game Boy Advances. This one is rough, but again, these are easy to clean and fix up. So there's those. There's a Sega Saturn. Definitely don't have the cables to that. A couple loose games, a sealed PS2 controller. There's this Mario Game & Watch. It is open. It is used, but I haven't actually opened the box yet, but I'm sure it's in good condition if it actually had the box. So we've got a 2DS. It just keeps going. A 2DS. And let's see. Oh, there's an R4 cartridge in there. And, okay, a 3DS XL. And it works. Again, as you can see, I'm not going to show you every little item, but there's like chargers, controllers. What else we got? A bunch of Wiimotes, controllers. Oh, I missed this, the Game Boy Pocket. So we've got a Game Boy Pocket. And we've got two PlayStations. So we got a PlayStation 1. And we've got a PlayStation 1 like with that little screen. So you can like take it with you. Kind of cool. Big old box of controllers. And the highlights in here for sure. We've got a couple GameCube controllers. We've got two Wavebird controllers with the dongles. These are pretty hard to find. I'm not going to dig every controller out of there, but you can see that whole box is full of controllers. We've got this whole box full of mostly cables, but there's some controllers in there as well. Again, we've got mostly cables in here, some controllers. There are some special ones. So this is an off-brand one, but this one's kind of interesting. Little special edition, red one. And this is should be all cables in here. But again, I'm going to get a chance to go through, switch dock. Lastly, we've got some games. So we've got Some loose Game Boy Color games. So no crazy titles here. Eldorado, Tech Deck, Rugrats, Powerpuff Girls, and Knockout Kings. Got Pokemon X on 3DS. Got a couple of this one is complete in box technically, but the box is kind of jacked up. I'll have to work on flattening that out, getting that in sellable condition. Yeah, these are all empty cases right here, unfortunately. But again, we'll probably do like a lot, give somebody a good deal to complete their games. Got some more loose games. So we've got a copy of Smash on Switch, Smash for 3DS. We got a Spyro game, and we've got Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. This is empty, complete, and we've got 2 sealed games. So Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64, and then another one complete. So let's see if there's anything in these. Ooh, hey there, the metal arms. Wow. Nothing? Dang, well, that's exciting. I didn't even think to check these. Nothing. Okay. Oh, yeah, that one. That needs a cleaning for sure. Okay, and last, anything? No. Okay. Oh, we got this little stack of games here, too. So, this is kind of interesting. This is like a $30 or $40 manual. Just chilling. We've got a loose copy of Ratchet and Clank for PS3, the HD collection. Got some loose PSP games, Grand Theft Auto and Prince of Persia. This was in that one of those Raving Rabbids cases. We have Wii Sports Resort. We've got some more complete games. We've got Ninja Gaiden. We've got Mario Tennis on 3DS. We've got Mario Party. And we've got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So he did also mention that there are, he has a handful of Pokemon games that he's interested in selling as well, that I might get to go back there in a few weeks and buy even more stuff, which is crazy. So no Pokemon games here today amongst all this DS stuff, but I will have a chance to potentially buy some in a couple weeks, hopefully, when he gets a chance to like sort through all this stuff that he's got. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that one. So that is everything so far. There's one more item that I haven't shown you yet that I'm putting into my collection that I cannot wait to show you. All right, I'm going to go get it. Yep. So that is a complete in-box Virtual Boy. Absolutely crazy. The box is a little bit rough. Like, I mean, you know, it's old. Low expectations on that. There's some wear and tear to it. But it's in there. I can get it out and show you. And there you go. It's all in there. I've never played this console before. So there you go. Mario Tennis. Or Mario's Tennis, excuse me. And again, all in, $1,300. I'm thinking conservatively, with everything we sell, I should be able to get at least like $2,500 to $3,000 out of this. And then it's going to be a lot of work. I'm going to be busy for the next, if not few weeks, definitely a couple of months, slowly working my way through all this stuff, cleaning and repairing stuff, completing things, all that. And I'm going to add a bunch of awesome stuff to the collection that I'm really excited to play with. I am definitely this week going to see if hopefully this Virtual Boy works. That would be amazing if it works. Based on the condition, I will be shocked if that thing doesn't work. Hopefully we get to play a few rounds of Mario's Tennis this week. Stay tuned for that. And now we're probably off to the thrift store or packing some more eBay boxes. Let's go. All right, good afternoon. We have 2 quick things to pack up today. And then I did manage to get a couple things listed from that huge bundle I picked up the other day. And we already made our first sale, so we sold a loose copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Switch. We got $35 free shipping for that. And then we sold this Fenton vase for $25 plus shipping. So just 2 quick things to pack today. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. And with that, we generated $167 in profit, putting the game fund at $42. Since I already added a ton of stuff to my collection this week, I'm just going to bank that $42 for next week. Let's get this Virtual Boy out for a test run. So it sort of works, but we've got to get this stand fixed up, and it looks like we're dealing with a faulty ribbon cable causing some flicker. Either way, this is an awesome addition to our collection, and if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to see what sells on eBay next week and what awesome games I add to the collection next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.